Hey everybody, welcome to this video. I am sitting in my outdoor kitchen in France and I am in love with it. Look at that tile. Today I want to talk with you about a really important thing, and that's getting the vendors that you want to collaborate with you as you start to grow your businesses. Whether you're a florist, a photographer, a stylist, investing in the right kinds of collaborations are key, especially now in this market because everything is really saturated. If you are trying to submit styled shoots, for the most part, the main blogs are full until almost the end of the year. So that means you probably want to shoot less, but make sure what you are shooting and what you are doing is a lot more cohesive, collaborative, and involves a lot more vendors than you're currently working with. So I want to talk to you about the things that really draw me to work with other people and the ways that I've gotten other people to work with me. So the first thing is that you want to find people with your similar style. If you go on to an Instagram account of a photographer and you look and they're never photographing anyone wearing hair accessories, you might not find the best luck with that photographer to work with them. If they're not shooting hair accessories, I'm shooting less and less of them, then they are not the person that you want to spend your time emailing and collaborating with. You want to find accounts where the people are adamantly featuring things similar to what you offer. For example, if you are a florist and you use a lot of hydrangeas, I don't even know, I think I didn't say that right. Hydrangeas, and daisies and baby's breath. I know that most of you don't use those things, but let's say that you do and you approach a photographer or a stylist who is featuring really natural open bouquets with garden roses and a lot of foraging. Chances are you're not going to mesh well together. You're going to think that you are because you like their photos or you like what they're doing, but they're probably not going to respond to your email. So the first thing is find your tribe. Find the people who really are producing what you want. If you see somebody's Instagram feed and it does not match your feed, chances are that the collaboration is not going to be worth your time because they will not end up featuring you on their Instagram. And at this point, that's the main reason you're collaborating, to get to know people and to have you all post the same types of images on Instagram to grow your following, grow your business, and grow the awareness of your social media. So another thing that I think we need to do is don't just approach the bigger industry people saying that you want to collaborate. They get a lot of these kinds of emails. If they're a very big dressmaker, they are probably getting email after email after email every day saying the same 3 lines. Hi, I really love your dresses. I'm this photographer. Would be great to work with you sometime. Such a generic email is never going to get a response. They have a ton of things happening already, and you have not made it easy for them to collaborate with you. You want to make it very easy for people to give you things to use in your shoots, or vice versa. If you're a florist, you want to make it easy to bring the florals to the shoot, to make it as easy for the people doing, probably for the photographer, because they're the ones who ultimately capture everything that needs to go on Instagram. You want to make it easy as possible. So most of the vendors who don't want to work with you are too nice to say it because we're trying to be very nice. So they'll just say that they're busy and that they don't have time to work with you, or they just won't respond, and you'll sit there taking it personally and getting mad and thinking how high and mighty. But the truth is, their inbox is probably getting really full, and what are you going to do to promote them? How will you help their business? We all have to make strategic choices in our businesses of who we collaborate with and when. So you want to realize that you're not everyone's style, but you want to become aware of that before you ask, okay? I have my notes right here. I'm looking at them. So the next thing is, the more you grow, the more your field of collaborations will grow. That might sound like a catch-22. You're thinking, how am I supposed to grow my business if I can't get the vendors that I want to grow my business? But innovation, these other vendors are not making your career, and they never will. They may help, but one of my first shoots that I got a lot of attention on, I scoured a local store for months. They sold these wedding dresses that I don't know if they were ill-fitting or what, but they sold them at a discounted price. And one day they offered them for 90% off. And I went in and bought a really unique dress for $28. And with that $28, I took what I had. I sweet talked someone into a really great venue, really worked with them, networked, and got that shoot in. It was a very simple shoot. And it has still, to this day in my career, some of the photos from it are some of my most pinned photos on Pinterest. And that was right when I was starting out about 4 years ago. So that, I really truly believe when you are creative and you are constantly searching and you are out there looking for things to help grow your business, instead of looking for people to give you free things or looking for people to feature you, you will find it, your business will grow, and then eventually people will come to you and want to work with you. And that's awesome. So the next thing that I think is really important is give specifics, okay? You want to make it easy for them. So when you just say, would love to collaborate sometime with you, people say that to me all the time. If any of you know me, my travel schedule is all over. I am never in one place very long, and the word sometime goes off into a future vast place of I just don't ever respond. And so a lot of you are probably thinking I'm mean because I don't respond, but it's not true. It's just because I'm in France and I don't want to be on my computer. But what you want to do is get specific. I'm saying that word weird too, but you get what I'm saying. Get a mood board. Come up. If you do some of the work, if somebody approached me and they had a beautiful model who was totally my style, they had a dressmaker completely on board, they had the venue already found, they had, they had put all of this work into it and said, Darcy, we would love for you to come on this day in this time, or this range of dates probably, and photograph this piece. And I think it would be amazing for your, for us to collaborate, and we would love for you to shoot it on film. And hey, I'll even pay you for the film that you shoot. I know I'm getting into dream territory here, but this has happened to me before, and these shoots have become my favorite because sometimes I get approached by a florist or a stylist. Hey, I'd love to collaborate with you sometime. I love your style. Well, all I see from that is, okay, I am going to have to do everything. They want me to find everything to do and put it all together. And at this point, I don't really have the time to do that because I'm running my workshops and I'm running my wedding business and I'm doing a couple other things on the side. So if you can get a mood board, even a mood board, and email it to them with your vision of what you want to create and get them excited, that is one step, that is a million steps further than what anybody else is emailing me or other people at this point to get them to collaborate. And that's what I did at the beginning. Is I would create mood boards, I would make it easy for people, I would pay for shipping, I would do whatever I could to make it easy to let them say yes on every level, that it wasn't going to be extra work for them. You want to stand out and you want to go above and beyond. And one of the other things is do not use somebody else's name if you don't know them. So let's say this happened to me a couple of times where somebody saw me using all these dresses from a dressmaker that I really, really admired. And for some reason, they emailed this dressmaker and said, Darcy said you would love to lend me all of these dresses. Something along those lines, which made the dressmaker wonder why I would say that when I knew she had a really busy schedule already. And it made me really not appreciate the person using my name who I had never even met before. So that was kind of a weird thing, but I think it happens a lot. We're so desperate to use these things that we use other people's names when we really shouldn't. And finally, this sounds really, really easy, but spell people's names right. Every email I get, I know, I have a crazy French difficult name with an apostrophe and a capital A and all of those things, but when people take the time to spell my name right and actually write a little bit about me or get to know me, it makes me want to pay attention to their email more. Most of the emails is generic. There is nothing that stands out about them. They have not attached any of their work. Some of them have not even attached their website, so I can't easily click on it. So I will have to Google their name and look for it and try and search for things that they've done to see if I even want to work with them. They don't make it easy. They make it more work. So at the end of the day, I just don't look at them that much. I kind of click on it if my name is spelled wrong, if there's nothing that tells me who this person is, if everything is dramatic, not dramatic, that's not the word I meant. If everything is just like, it is hard, to do, to find, to figure out, then I don't do it. The other thing you don't want to do, and I know that this might sound very passionate, but don't just ask people out for coffee if what you really want is free business advice. If you want free business advice, be honest and say, hey, I really want to talk to you about how you've grown your business. Could I take 30 minutes of your time? When I'm working with my people, I give 30-minute free discovery sessions. I would much rather have somebody be very honest and say, I want 30 minutes of your time to share an idea, to get some business advice, to do something like that, so that I come prepared instead of somebody saying, I'd love to get coffee with you. And then the second I sit down with coffee, they sit there and ask me, how did you start your business? How long have you been doing it? How did you get this person to work with you? How did you book this wedding in this country? How do you become a destination wedding photographer? Like, you can answer that question in 1 hour over lunch. It's a little bit more extensive than that. But it makes the person being asked out for coffee all of the time actually not to feel like a person, and it's tricky. So if you really think about your true intentions with wanting to collaborate with this person, are you trying to ride their coattails, or do you truly feel that you have something valuable to offer and that you really believe in your product? Because no matter where you're at, even if you have 200 followers on Instagram, if you really, really, really believe in your product and you know that what you're offering is good and you value yourself and you approach other people and you value them and their time and you think it through a little bit than just sending a little Instagram message of please work with me, you are going to get the responses that you want, and the responses that will carry your business forward, and the responses that will bring amazing friends and talents into your life and into your business. And that's the ultimate goal. That's why we do the styled shoots, because other reasons, like just getting them featured on blogs, are kind of going away. They're getting really oversaturated. So you want to create relationships, you want to create content for your social media and your blog, and you want to really, really offer and serve other people with what your talents are. So I hope that was good advice. I know that if somebody came to me and had really thought through everything that they wanted from our interaction together, it would be so much more, it would just be more joyful, it would be more straightforward, it would be easier to decide, and just even if people tell you no, there are going to be a lot of vendors who tell you no, just keep going. Don't be dissuaded by the no's. Keep going, and the people who are supposed to work with you will work with you. Your business will grow, and yes, that is it. I think I'm finally done talking. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye. Now I have to figure out how to turn this off without looking too crazy. There we go.